Day 501. Last night went to the cinema to see Sinners and enjoyed it. And it was exactly the same as 31 years ago when I went with Nick to see the same film, which was From Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah, Sinners is literally a one-to-one From Dusk Till Dawn. The structure is exactly the same. First half is one type of film. Second half of the film is a vampire film set in a bar out in the middle of nowhere with two brothers. Yeah, yeah. So it was good. It was enjoyable. The soundscape was particularly good, but the entire film was literally, and I mean literally, from dusk till dawn. But the most interesting thing about the entire experience for me was being with the same person that I saw the original film with, like literally 30 years later, 31 years later. Seeing pretty much exactly the same film and just laughing about it. It was good. It was a nice experience. I enjoyed that a lot. Recommend you see it. Probably not go to the cinema and see it unless you're really into From Dusk Till Dawn as well. I didn't really know what it was going to be like, so yeah, it was good. The cinema was particularly nice. I have to say, it's my first time um, seeing a film that wasn't digitally projected, but was on a digital screen, and it was incredible. Just wow, wow. And it wasn't even a massive screen or anything. I mean, obviously you couldn't have a massive screen with a digital screen. I mean, it was a small screen in a large theatre, and it was just. I need to see a film with really high fidelity CGI on that screen, and I will be quite frankly probably blown away. But anyway, that's enough of that. So, what have we done today? I'm going to talk a little bit more about the audio side of things. I now have the entire audio interfacey stuff pretty much 100% working. So I'm not sure if this will actually work now, but I'm going to try it. And you should perhaps hear, which one shall we use? Maybe you'll hear that, maybe you won't, I'm not sure. But that works. And all the levels are being monitored on there and up here. And that is very, very good. I'm happy with that. I think he says, not knowing if that just actually worked. So hold on. Do you know what I'll do? Let's do this in real time. I'm going to wave so I can check the video after the fact and go, can I hear this? We'll see. We will see if that actually got recorded into the stream. I'm not convinced because it's not showing there. Why isn't it showing? We'll see. I'll figure that one out. But I'm mostly there, I promise. The one thing that I've not got working now is the audio out of the stream one, which is what I'm using to capture this one camera at the moment. I've not got the other cameras set up. I mean, that's not necessarily true. I do have the monitor coming through on this one, but I've only got this one camera turned on at the moment. And I do have the auxiliary coming out of here, I think. So that would work if I hold on. Let's see if this works. So if I hold on, how do I want to do this? That would be an auxiliary. Then I can play this logo from my Forge of Solace channel. Then I can cut back to me. That should have audio with it, and it does have audio with it. I'm struggling to get the audio out of the stream one where that video is being played from, so that video isn't being played inside of OBS, it's actually being played in hardware on the stream one, and I'm passing audio out through the headphones out of the stream one into the line in of my PC, and that should work. The audio is definitely working. If I plug my monitor headphones into that, I can hear the audio from that video file, right? Now in Windows, apparently you need to go to the line in and say it to listen, because it's a line in /aux port. And then I need to pass that through to the system audio, which should appear in here, which isn't currently running, hence the waving thing. So I'm struggling on doing that because all of the instructions I can find on how to do it and how it was previously exposed in the system control panel under the audio interfaces isn't where it is in Windows 11, and where I can find it in Windows 11, it's not giving me the option to enable listening on the port to be able to do that, to pass it through as an audio source into the main system mix, which I'm then controlling via OBS, via the Rodecaster. This is the last hurdle. I think all of the routing I've got figured out. All of the separation of the channels is all done. And I am actually going to make a video for myself on how I've done that. I have got some documentation, some diagrams of how all of the routing is set up and all of the splitting out over the various channels into this. And you may be asking, and a couple of people have asked me this, why are you spending so much time on doing this way, and why have you put so much time, effort, money into figuring it out? Well, not only do I do this sort of thing as a day job now, and I have these elements of it, granted, I'm a couple of steps removed from this. I have people to do this for me, or that need to be able to do this for their actual jobs. But that doesn't mean that just because I sit above them hierarchically that I shouldn't be able to do it. If they're having problems, I want to be able to help. Also, I want to be able to know when people are bullshitting me, when they tell me it's going to take this long to do something, or this is impossible, and yada, yada, yada. Now, this is not micromanaging. This is me wanting to upskill myself in an area that I'm responsible for. I need to have a level of understanding where, for me, I'm comfortable being able to manage that sort of team member, but also where if I need to, I can do it. I can step in. And that's just a me thing. Obviously, it helps me with what I do hobby-wise as well for the content creation stuff, and I'm really enjoying doing that. And yeah, that's where I am. So that's been not today, but that was a lot of the past couple of days figuring that out and getting to the point where it's replicable. So I have, since I got this working, nuked the Rodecaster and set it all up from scratch again as well, just to set in my head that I knew how to do that, and then exported the profiles. So I've got a working copy if I mess anything up later on. So yeah, that's where I am. It's been really useful to be able to do this. And I think it's a nice bookend as well to kind of like the first 500 days, 501 days of making these videos, and hopefully it will come through and show in the audio quality, the video quality, being able to swap between cameras, even though it's just talking heads and me basically doing a diary. Having this sort of thing and the reason to do it documented, I think, will be good for my kid as well going forward, to be able to hopefully revisit some of these videos and kind of think that just because something is hard, just because you struggle with it, doesn't mean you should give up and get somebody else to do it. You've got to persevere, understand how to do something, break a problem down, examine it, dissect it, find a solution for it, and understand why those solutions may or may not work. That's been the point of this for me, and it certainly helped me upskill. The threshold of my understanding has increased significantly, and I'm really looking forward to taking this to the next level over the coming days, weeks, months, years, however long I carry on doing this sort of thing. I don't think this is ever going to go away. Just looking at the amount of cables that I've got plugged in between stuff here, I'll keep that for a different video where I will look at this, and then people don't have the vloggy stuff different with that. I've never had a system and a setup that has been so complex in terms of the interconnections between everything that's going on. I know you guys only see kind of this behind me, and I do try and keep my setup clean, but it is a rat's nest, an organized rat's nest of cables that are labeled going in and out of things. But yeah, there is a significant amount of interconnections between the things that I've got going on here. Right, I'm going to leave it there for now. Hopefully I'm going to head out in a little while, because today's been a fairly heavy one work-wise. There's it's not stopped, so I better crack on with things on that. Right, thank you for listening. I know it's been a long one, and I will catch you all tomorrow. See ya.